Stop that intro, cut that fucking intro right now. Kira127, and this is a disclaimer. Disclaimer. Number one, I am not a GameStop employee. I am not a sales representative. I am not some dude trying to force you to buy a next-gen console right now. Fact one. Number two, I am not saying that PS3 and 360 games and all that will be taken off of shelves and the consoles will stop being sold tomorrow. Number three, this is just a video based off of my own opinions and experiences. So I am not telling you that current gen sucks and it is going to die tomorrow, so don't get all pissed off at me. Don't get upset and don't start a bunch of shit under my damn video. Roll the intro back and enjoy it.
I have no such things as weak spots. Don't approve of him, but gotta trust him. This alliance has a purpose. This partnership is only temporary.
Gamers and gamettes, what's going on? Kira127 here. So I was talking to a few of my friends, and I was thinking long and hard last night about this video before I decided to go ahead and make it. And I came to the realization, and this is not even to be cocky, but just listen to the scenario, that I would be the perfect person to tell people whether 2015 is a good enough time to go to next gen or not. And common sense says yes, it will be. I am the perfect person. Sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second. Reason for that, enjoy the little tour of my free company house here. Mind you, none of this designing is done by me, and if he's getting a hint that I'm aiming towards him, yes, artful, eat me. I did not do these pink polka dots. I just the short story, I made a little photo coming at Artful yesterday. And I was sitting here in the chair, you know, looking like Lieutenant Hardass and all. And then I looked in the background. I didn't even notice it in the picture. And boom, nice little pink pretty polka dots in my freaking office. So I need to have a little chat with the GF about that when this is done, because I don't appreciate it too much. Anyway, I'm completely off topic here. Anyway, I figured I'd be the perfect person for this video because if you guys remember, before my channel did all the flip-flopping and looping, I made a video last year around the fall saying, should you go to PS4? And, you know, I was talking about how I was a next-gen skeptic. The video got a ton of reviews, so if you're a big fan of my channel, you should know what video I'm talking about. It had a ton of views, a lot of likes. I actually got, you know, to comment and talk to a lot of people, YouTubers and everything. I really enjoyed making that video. And you know, before everything happened, before, you know, my PlayStation 4 messed up, before, you know, I got banned, you know, that was, you know, one of the biggest hits on my channel. And it was great. You know, it was a video I really enjoyed making, and it got a lot of attention. And I think, you know, that because of all the bouncing around, because I went from PS4 back to PS3, banned from Sony, to Xbox 360, actually being on Xbox One for a little bit, and then back to PS4, I think I would be the perfect person to tell you if 2015 is the year to get a next-gen console. Because I have went from next-gen back to current-gen to a different next-gen platform back to my original next-gen platform. I've done more bouncing around than anyone. Not intentionally, of course, but, you know, just because, you know, a random loop of circumstances that sucked, but, you know, I'm back where I'm happy. And, you know, I would be the perfect person to tell you. Now, you know, as you guys know, before I got PS4 the first time, I was the biggest next-gen skeptic on the planet, like I told you guys in the previous video. I wanted to ride PS3 out till it died. You know, this and that. You know, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, I wanted to play that. It wasn't coming on next gen, or at least, you know, it's still just a rumor now. I didn't get to, you know, do any of that, and you know, I was just like, you know, screw next gen. You know, I don't want to be on next gen. I don't want to do any of that. But after getting it the first time, and I'll put it to you like this, you know, YouTube does next gen no justice. First off, unless you are watching YouTube on a high-powered PC with, you know, an LED monitor that's, you know, that's compatible with at least 60 gigahertz frame rate or higher, a TV that's compatible with that, you know, watching YouTube on a PS4 or whatever, you know, not an iPhone, not your, you know, your high-tech supposed 1080p cell phone, whatever. No, on an actual television or monitor that, you know, actually displays the 60 frames per second and you know, and the real 1080p, then you cannot see what the next gen consoles or the higher end gaming PCs can actually do. Period. The reason being is because I spent almost a year looking for it. You can't see it. Your best bet, if you want to see what a next gen console can actually do, is you need to talk to a buddy of yours that has one, or actually go and try one. You know, your local GameStop, whatever the case may be. You need to actually play it on an LED TV, you know, some type of decent television, so you can see what the graphical content looks like. Like, for example, you know, people who are watching this video, Final Fantasy 14, you know, there are friends of mine who, you know, have PS4s and they're not even on LED TVs yet. This video is just going to look like, you know, a slightly smoother version of 14, but anyone who's watching this on an LED monitor on their PS4, you know, something that's, you know, compatible with a 60 gigahertz refresh rate or higher, can actually see what the picture looks like. So that's the first thing. You can't use YouTube for justification. Like the graphical comparison videos, like I said, if you're not watching them on an LED TV, PS3 and PS4, 360 and Xbox One will look fairly similar side by side, and just the next gen consoles will look slightly smoother. You're not going to see a huge difference. So you can't really judge too much off of that. The next thing, there's not many games out for it. That is true. Okay, that's true. But the consoles have an extreme amount of potential that's finally going to be interesting this year. Like for example, one prime example, Metal Gear Solid 5. You have that coming out, I believe, September 1st. Every time a new Metal Gear game comes out, it's, you know, best on its, you know, on the following platform. Like Metal Gear Solid 1 and VR missions, that was the game of PlayStation 1. Metal Gear Solid 2 was the show off for PlayStation 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 was on PlayStation 2, but Metal Gear Solid 2 was really what showed off the graphical power of PS2. Let me say hi to this FC member here real quick. One of my actually most trusted ones. Tell her we're doing a video and say hi to the YouTubers. Say hi. Come on, Yumi, don't be shy. There, Yumi says hi. But there we go. But like I was saying, the games, there's not much out, and Metal Gear 5, you know, always has been, you know, Metal Gear series period has always been something that that shows off, you know, the potential of the, you know, the next console that comes out. So you ask yourself, do you really want to play something like Metal Gear 5 on, you know, PS3 and 360, or do you want to give it a go on the next gen consoles? And my honest answer when I asked myself was that I want to play that on next gen. You know, I want to play Metal Gear Online with, you know, as many people as this powerful console can support. What was I going to say? Because it looks amazing. Even if you watch, you know, these new game trailers, if you're watching them on an LED screen, you know, something with 60 gigahertz refresh rate or higher, you can see how the new game trailers actually look. I wake up every day, and one of the first things I do, besides, you know, brushing my teeth and all that crap, is I check YouTube. YouTube is the best source for the new games coming out, to my opinion. Like, I'm subscribed, you know, IGN, GameSpot. I'm subscribed to them all, even though I don't support them all. But I want to see what's new, and you know, even though my friends don't want to play every game, you know, that I do, you know, I still tag them on Twitter, you know, and tell them, you know, about stuff that, you know, that I think they could possibly be interested in. Like, you guys can even ask Artful. I probably get on his nerves with, you know, how many game posts and videos I tag him in. He probably doesn't even watch half of them. But you know, that's what I do. I try to, you know, show all my friends and show people, you know, period, what's coming out for the next gen consoles. And my original YouTube base, my whole point was originally to show people that for the current gen. But the thing is, and this is what the realization I had to come to, why I went ahead and bought PS4 again, was because the current gen is dying, and I'm going to give you guys a few pieces of evidence on this. Why you need to go ahead and make that move. First things first, the price of a current gen console. You guys remember when PS3 first came out? $500 plus. You know, people were going on Amazon and eBay paying $1,000 for that damn thing launch night. Everywhere was sold out. It was crazy. You know, freaking, you know, people fighting at Walmarts and shit. You guys remember. And that thing only had 20 or 40 gigabytes of memory in it. And people were killing each other over this damn thing. Well, check this out. I went to my local GameStop, right? And you guys can see the deal for yourself if you don't believe it. You go to GameStop right now, you can get a 500 gigabyte PlayStation 3 Super Slim for $219. Half a terabyte in a PS3 Super Slim. That's more memory in a PS3 than you will ever need. And you can ask me or Artful for that, because both of our PS3s had 750 gigabytes in them. You're only 250 gigs short of what we had. 500 gigs on a PlayStation 3 or a 360 is more than enough, because I promise you, you will not use it. You will not use it all. I guarantee you that. I don't care how much you download. Now, with these next-gen consoles, I'm not gonna lie to you, 500 gigabytes isn't crap. You definitely want to consider upgrading to a terabyte. And this is another thing I want to clear up too. I talked to PlayStation myself. Do not put a 2 terabyte hard drive in your PS4. The PS4 doesn't rightfully support it yet. You can mess your PlayStation 4 up doing that. The biggest you can put in there right now is a 1 terabyte. And that's from a Sony representative PlayStation 4 specialist. So I don't care what super review technician on freaking YouTube says, yeah, you know, I stuffed a 10 billion terabyte hard drive in my PS4 and it runs faster than... No. His shit's going to explode, and he's probably not going to tell you. Alright, that's coming straight from Sony. If I knew the representative's name, I'd put it on the video, but I don't. I called them that because, you know, I was going to go grab me a 2 terabyte hard drive. So, you know, I'm going to personally wait it out and see if they release some firmware, you know, that makes it more supportive with the system or something like that before I even upgrade. Because I don't see a point in going and burning another $100+ just to get another 500 gigs when these new generation consoles eat gigabytes like cereal. Like, you guys will see for yourselves. I got game saves right now that take freaking 20 and 30 gigabytes. It's nuts. Alright, that's the annoying thing about next gen. I'm not gonna lie to you, the lack of memory. That pisses me off. You're gonna, like I said, there's a lot of major improvements, a lot of great things with these new consoles. But yeah, that's just a little bit I wanted to touch base on with you guys a little bit. I wanted to show everyone. Another thing I want to make clear too is then so the last thing, this probably isn't too much of a big deal to anyone, but you will notice how horrible the current gen graphics really are compared to this when you go from next gen back to current gen. Now, no one does that, but because of my situation, I actually had to do it for a little bit. So I actually got to witness, like, you guys remember, if you haven't touched current gen yet, you think your PS3 or your 360, oh man, godlike graphics, looks so good, they're so great. That thing looks like nothing the second you get to see a PS4, an Xbox One, or a gaming PC on an LED TV, and you go home, play your PS3, and like, man, like, you don't believe me, a good person you guys can ask is Artful. Because he was dead set on sticking with his PS3 for a long time, the way I was. And I kid you not, go ahead and ask him when's the last time he played on his PlayStation 3. His sits right there next to his PS4 every day. I don't mean to put what his what the inside of his house looks like or whatever, but we're close friends in real life, and he's the perfect person to use for an example. Another thing I can use him for an example for is he's also, and mind you, he went next gen. He doesn't even have an LED TV yet. So, he's playing on next gen and he's satisfied with what he sees on his HD TV. He hasn't even seen the true power of his next gen console. And, and he's blown away. So just imagine, what the people who actually upgraded their television, monitor, or whatever are seeing. Now, another thing I wanted to get into, because, I thought I was going to wrap up the video, but I'm not, is what route you should go. That depends on you. Now, I'm not going to lie. I go into comment sections of IGN videos and stuff. I start console wars. I call PC players PC peasants. Yes, I've done it. I call the Xbox guys X-twats. I do it all the time. You'll probably catch me in some of the comment sections every now and then. Go ahead and bash me. I think it's fun. I think it's fun arguing with people about it. I just think it's funny. I don't mean any real harm by it. I just think it's hilarious, and I have a awesome time messing with people on there. But you need to get the console that's really right for you. Now, if you're a PlayStation fan, obviously you want to go to PS4. If you're an Xbox fan, obviously you want to go to Xbox. If you're a PC player, do your upgrades and call it a day. But my whole thing is, look at the game selections carefully coming out for the consoles, and think carefully, because sometimes people might swap. Like my brother, he's always been a PlayStation guy. This time he went Xbox, even though PlayStation is dominating, the more powerful console, obviously, by statistics. I'm not trying to diss Xbox guys, but by statistics is more powerful. Everyone knows that. Bloodborne itself, the game, has even proved that. But he preferred Xbox this time. And I've seen Xbox guys go to PlayStation 4. Like, I have a hardcore Xbox 360 friend right now that's this generation. He's coming to PlayStation 4. He sees what he likes on PlayStation a lot better. It just happens. I have some guys who are ready to say screw console period and go to PC. I just have guys that are ready to say screw PC and go console. It happens. It's all about the games, what system is right for you, and that's the part that you really need to research. Not not the PS3 versus PS4 or Xbox 360 versus Xbox One graphic comparison videos and blah blah blah. No, you need to research what game selection and what consoles are right for you, because all three of these, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the new age gaming PCs, are all extremely powerful, and they're very equivalent. And GameSpot, they did a video, where people were actually, trying to compare the differences with their own eyes. And if you use just your naked eye, unless you constantly play on a PS4, Xbox One, and gaming PC every day, chances are you can't tell the difference. Because there's a debate going on right now trying to decide which better version of 14 looks better, the PC version with high-end specs or the PS4. PS4 wins a lot and PC wins a lot. Me personally, in my opinion, because I've played 14 on a high-end PC, the PS4 version wins. I see a lot more detail in the PS4 version that I don't see in the PC version. And then again, there are people who say the same thing about the PC version compared to the PS4 version. So I personally, I don't know. I don't care enough to actually try and dig into it. I'm not going to take the PC version, sit here side by side, and study every little pixel on the screen, because I personally don't give two shits. But that's the main part you need to decide. You need to sit down, ask yourself, look at the game selection, look at what's coming, grab yourself a Game Informer, go to your local GameStop, talk to an associate, and ask yourself which console is right for you. But yes, the point of this video is 2015 is the year to switch. There is a lot coming, and any current gen gamer, who's just holding himself back because, he's afraid to take that step, this is a next gen skeptic who has bounced around from console to console to console to console within the past 4 months telling you to go for it. So please watch the video, do your research, take my advice. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy Mike Hero 127. Please like, share, subscribe. Peace, guys.